The Swiss government brokered takeover of Credit Suisse Bank by UBS Bank has kept global markets on their toes. While governments and regulators are making frantic efforts to avoid contagion, banks are reassuring customers about their financial health, and investors are rushing to find safer instruments to invest in. The investors' fear was accentuated after the UBS Credit Suisse deal wiped out $17 billion worth of additional Tier 1 or AT1 bonds of Credit Suisse. The move by Swiss regulator FINMA was reportedly aimed to protecting the financial system. This spooked investors who are now assessing if this can also happen to their AT1 holdings in other banks. AT1 bonds are a type of unsecured perpetual bonds that banks issue to improve their core capital base. The money raised through these bonds, also called contingent convertible bonds, is kept aside as a shock absorber by the bank. When in trouble, banks can convert AT1 bonds to equity or be written down. These bonds were created in the wake of the 2008 financial crisis to absorb the losses. Using money raised through these bonds reduces the chances of a taxpayer payout. These are also mandatory under Basel III norms. The banks must maintain capital at a minimum ratio of 11.5% of their risk-weighted loans. Of this, 9.5% needs to be in Tier 1 capital. AT1 bonds fall under this type of capital. Because of a higher risk, they offer a higher yield. Generally, when a bank fails, the bondholders rank higher in the pecking order than the shareholders. But in the case of Credit Suisse, the shareholders will receive some compensation while the bondholders will not. The question of hierarchy has spread panic across bond investors with other banks. The main reason shareholders will get compensation and bondholders will not is that Credit Suisse did not follow a traditional bankruptcy. It did not go through the bankruptcy process and was taken over by other banks. So, the rules of a typical bankruptcy do not apply here. The banking regulators in the European Union and the Bank of England earlier this week reassured AT1 investors and said that in case of future bank crisis, they would be given priority over shareholders.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.